What's up, family? Just leaving the dog park here. Thought I'd discuss with you guys why I started smoking weed, and do I ever plan on stop smoking weed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go talk about that today. First off, I'll tell you why/when, that's what it is, when I start smoking weed. So when I started smoking weed, I was 14. First time I ever smoked weed was right before school with one of my homies. He took a little roach from his step pops, and we smoked right behind the woods, and right behind the woods, and at the high school, at Mason, at high school. So it was like these woods, and it used to be right across the school. So we hopped off the bus, met up in the woods, smoked. It was kind of still dark outside, and it was a little roach. This dude was super high. I wasn't even high because it was my first time. But you know, why did I even start in the first place, right? That's the question. So for me, for real, it's really ironic because when I was young, I used to like smell weed. So I would smell weed like around my family members, and I knew they were smoking weed. But for me, it was like I would be crying like, man, why are y'all smoking weed? Stop smoking. I literally would be crying, like tears coming out my eyes. Anytime I would smell it, I'd be like, why are they doing this to themselves? Why are they actually doing this? So it ended up transitioning to, why are they doing it? Like, I'm sad, to like, man, why are they doing it? Like, I'm kind of curious, why are they doing it? Like, so with them, and they got some type of softball game going on out here. But with my family members smoking and me being around it in the environment, I was like, man, like, why are y'all doing this? What am I, missing out on? There has to be a reason that you guys are doing this. So I felt like it got to the point for me, I'm like, man, let me try it. Now, did I ever verbally voice that to any of my family members? No, I never said like, let me try it. But once I, got to middle school, some of my friends were smoking weed. I played football in middle school, did wrestling in middle school, and I was, heavy into athletics. I still wasn't fully like, let me smoke weed. It still wasn't something in my middle school era. I'm like, man, I'm good on that. Y'all go do your thing. And then once I got to be a freshman in high school, I was like, man, I'm about to try it. Fuck it. Let me just do it. Let's forget it. Let's just do it. So I decided to go ahead and try it. So when I got to the stage of just wanting to try to smoke weed, when I first did it, again, I didn't even get high. I was like, it was stupid to me. Like, I'm like, why am I even doing this? My guy, he in class, we got a class together. He's super high, laughing. I'm like, man, why am I even doing this? I'm not doing this no more. So time goes on, there's parties, get-togethers, and it comes around another time for me to try weed, and this was at a bonfire. So this is at a bonfire. My parents were coming to pick me up afterwards. We smoked like, I don't know, 6-7 joints. It was just joints, just back to back to back, just joint after joint, another joint, anytime. But I couldn't even take a break. There was just so many joints. So all of these joints, then it finally just like, boom, it just hit me. I was like, whoa. Literally, I was like, whoa. Like, what is this? I never, like, what is going on? It felt like I was like in a cartoon or something like that. And I felt like I was like out of body. And I remember just running around in a circle like 7 times in the middle of the street, just running around in a circle. So I did all this. My parents were coming to pick me up. I started freaking out. I'm like, man, they're coming to pick me up. I need to make sure I got my everything together. I need to make sure I'm not acting like this, when they actually come and pick me up. So I ended up making sure I got some eye drops in my eyes, did the whole usual, spraying some cologne on. And I'm like, all right, I don't need no cologne. I'm right here by the the bonfire. So let me just stay here and, you know, spray some cologne on and then get the bonfire smoke on me, and I'm gonna be good. So I'm trying to calm myself down. My parents come and pick me up. I just fall straight asleep. I just tell them I'm asleep the whole time. I wasn't asleep. I really was in the back of the car, and in my mind, I was playing Pac-Man. So I was Pac-Man. So it was like I'm eating these little like white things. That was my first experience with actually getting high. So I tell y'all that because after that, I was like, shit, I like it. Like, why did I like it? I mean, could have been partially because my friend circle was smoking weed. I ended up forming a lot of close friendships from marijuana. But all of that being said, I ended up smoking, and to say why I started smoking is really a big question to me, because, you know, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm realizing that could have been, you know, the fact that I was exposed to it when I was younger, that I started smoking weed. And the first time I did it, it felt, like I said, I felt like I was out of body, running around in circles. I mean, like, is that supposed to be good, something that's actually fun? I don't know. But for me, I liked it. So I was like, all right, let me keep doing it. So, you know, they was taxing people. I'm 14 years old, buying weed from the, you know, seniors and juniors. They charging me $20 a G. And I mean, I guess it was some alright stuff. It was some pretty good stuff, but $20 for a G, you know, now out here in Arizona, you can get some good weed for $8 a gram. So now I'm like, at this stage of my life, will I ever stop smoking weed, right? So I want to touch on one thing, because you guys are my exclusive Patreon members, my exclusive patrons. I want you guys to understand, has weed affected my day-to-day with my business and what I do as far as my business, my process, my mission, my purpose? I've smoked weed, to let you guys in, all throughout high school. So once I started at 9th grade, I was smoking I smoked the weed the whole time, until the times I got caught with my parents and they threatened to drug test me and stuff like that. Then I would stop. But that will only last for a short stint, then I was back smoking. So after that, I still decided to smoke weed. It was nothing that, you know, it really made me stop, except when I was in college playing football. So when I was playing football in college, at that time, I stopped smoking weed. You know, Division I college, our coach still was telling us like when it was time to get a drug test or not get a drug test. So, you know, I stopped smoking when I first got there. And then eventually, you know, as time went on, as I went through the training camps and all that, I started smoking again, but I wasn't like smoking heavy. So once I got out of college, stopped playing football, that was at like the end of 2017, I stopped playing football. I was smoking heavy. So basically beginning of 2018 to right now, 2021, I've been smoking like 90% of the time. But 3 days ago, I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. As far as me stopping, 3 days ago, I did start my 30 days no weed journey. And that's gonna be coming to you guys soon. I'm recording daily on how I feel without smoking weed and all of this. So I'm gonna let you guys know. Will I ever stop smoking weed? To be honest, I'm taking a break with these 30 days, but I'm on day 3 right now. And it's not that it's like I can't live life without weed, but it's like weed literally makes life more fun for me. Look, let me just, bear with me. If you're a stoner, you know what I'm saying. Weed for me, it's like I'm doing the same process that I've been doing as far as working out, doing my work, and, you know, on my purpose, on my mission. That's really what I've been doing this whole time. But for some reason now, it doesn't seem fun to me anymore. Like that, I mean, it seems fun, but it seems more like structure. I don't know how to explain it, but I am feeling more focused. I can't tell you that. I'm able to put more focus, like mental focus, into my work. I feel like my mind isn't drifting as much. Like when I smoke weed, my mind kind of drifts when I'm working. But now, like, I'm fully focused. And like, it used to be that sitting on the couch after I finish a long day would be fun, because I'll just be high, sitting on the couch, chilling for a little bit. But now that isn't fun to me anymore. So like, I'm doing shit like this. Like, I'm just walking around, softball fields. And I just, you know, went to the dog park, and you guys will see that in the 15-day update. You being my loyal patron, you get to know that I'm coming out with this 15 days, and I'm doing this, guys, because I want you to know that more than, you know, like I said, weed, has it affected my work process? To be real, I don't believe so, but at the same time, I feel like I'm so much more focused right now, and that's because I'm not smoking weed. So maybe, and I want you guys to know, if you feel like you just smoking weed and you got the money to spend on it, like, that's cool, because I was in that like same situation, just being able to spend money on smoking weed. But at the same time, it's like you can put that money somewhere else, so you don't have to just keep spending your money on smoking weed. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. Going to have that video update for you guys, 15 days. So I started, you know, 2 days ago. This is day 3, and I'm holding myself accountable. And you guys, the 15 days will be on YouTube, but the second half of the 15 days will be exclusive to the Patreon members. And guys, I appreciate you joining in onto the Patreon, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get exclusive, unfiltered content of D'Angelo Simmons, you know, steps to success. And like I say, D'Angelo Simmons steps to success, and it's all of our steps to success. I'm leading all of us to the best version of ourselves. Do I believe the best version of myself is the person that, you know, couldn't, like, they got to the point with weed, and this is why I decided to take the break, because it got to the point, guys, where I felt like I would be so focused on like just going to get a joint, and like after I finish my day, after I go on a hike, before I go on the hike, like before I go and do something, before I did anything, I felt like I had to smoke weed, like whether it be before I eat, before I watch a movie, fucking, I don't know, before I take a walk, just everything. So that's not the best version of myself, and I can tell you that. So if you're at that phase when you feel like there's nothing you can, like you don't want to move without being high, then that's not the best version of yourself, because at that point, you know, it's like, if you can't take 30 days without, and I've tried to take 30 days before, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you guys are keeping me accountable, and I really appreciate all the steppers out there. You guys are keeping me accountable to be able to do these 30 days and really walk into and manifest the best version of myself. So let's do that together. If you are a person that's, you know, going through it as far as trying to figure out how to stop smoking weed, trying to figure out if you should stop smoking weed, I'm gonna tell you, if you thinking about like, damn, should I stop smoking weed? If you thought about that more than once, then yes, you should at least take a break. I ain't gonna say stop, because I don't even, like I said, I don't know if I'll stop. I don't know if I'll just stop for life, but like I got to the point where I've thought about stopping so many times. I'm like, man, let's make this happen. And I'm making this happen with you guys, and we live it. You can live it vicariously through me. I still feel energetic. I feel focused. I've been waking up earlier, but I also got a lot of personal things going on, guys. I don't have a dog anymore. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother story. All I'm saying is, guys, if you feel like it's controlling you, if you thinking about like, damn, I need to smoke weed before, if you saying I need to smoke weed, yes, it's controlling you. Because you don't need weed, you feel me? You don't. Like, life is still enjoyable without it, and that's what I'm learning. And this is from a person that done I probably out of 365 days, guys, the last 365 days, I probably smoked weed at least 350 days. And that's being generous, probably more. So yeah, it's coming from that type of guy. So you know where I stand with it. Now, guys, you go out there, you get to step in, get to the best version of yourself. And if alcohol is the other thing for you, or if it's Adderall, if it's, man, whatever it is, if it's Xanax, I don't know if y'all doing the pills and all that, but you know what I'm saying? If it's Adderall, any of that type of stuff, alcohol, any of that, man, you don't need it. You got everything you need. The God is within you. Your best version of yourself is what you have to chase. All right, guys, that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Deuces.